facing stretch, and we're working on a lot of explosive motions today. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So who wants to be fast?
I
Fantastic. So that's what jumping is about, is you're able to explode. You're able to make your muscles explode and be fast. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, but first, before we do that, we got to work on our balance. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Because in order to land on our feet, we got to have balance. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so go ahead, tap your right leg, set it behind you, set towards the mirror, set. So making sure your right leg is behind you, it means your belly button is facing the bathroom area. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure your hands are up by your face, showing me that black belt focus. Okay. All right, everybody say 4 count.
4 count.
Side kick.
Side kick.
So our kick of the month is our 4 count side kick. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so today we're working on the chamber. Everybody say chamber.
Chamber.
I'll show you guys what the entire 4 count side kick looks like. First, I'll say 1, then I'll say 2, and then I'll say 3, and then I'll say 4. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
That's your 4 count. Now your side kick is your most powerful kick. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so now we're just going to do the chamber, just the 1. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, remember what I said about a dinner table, right?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
I wonder why we did those stretches earlier, those exercises to warm our bodies up, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So your goal when you pick up your foot is you're going to be able to see your foot and yourself in the mirror. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, working on your strong balance, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, look at yourself in the mirrors. 31. There you go. Your hands up. Looking at yourself in the mirrors. Are they like for me, Tiger? Keep those hands up for your balance. Ready and sit down. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, switch your feet. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now real fast. One thing that will help you with your balance on this kick, and it will also save your knees later. Every say pivot. So you're going to take your back heel or your bottom foot, make sure your toes are facing away from your target. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So your bottom heel is facing your target. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, ready and 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Other foot for me, sir. This foot, like that. Balance. Show me a strong balance. So you have that dinner table you can eat off of. Uh-oh, you're spilling your dinner. There you go. Knee nice and tall. And set it down. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Switch your feet. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Switch your feet. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Switch your feet. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, ready and 1. Show me that strong chamber. Being able to look at the bottom of your foot in the mirror. Yes. Now look good. You can see your bottom foot in the mirror. There you go. Now you can see the bottom of your foot. Almost. We're not yet. Let me see your balance, Kaden. I know you got it. Oh, sorry. And set it down. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Switch feet. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Before we get the kick, we got to get the balance. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, ready and 1. Now remember, one thing that will help with that balance is keeping your hands up. You got to make sure you have that strong dinner table chamber. Right round your chamber. There we go. And set it down, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, switch feet, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody say, put it together.
Put it together.
All right, we're going to continue working on all 4 pieces over the next month. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
But instead of working on the balance right now, we're going to just put all 4 pieces together. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Ready? 1, 2, out, 3, back, and 4, stay down. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Switch feet. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Your goal is to be able to look at the bottom of your foot in the mirrors. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Switch feet. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Switch feet. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And take a knee for me. Yes, ma'am?
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Christensen, clever are you, sir? Thank you very much, sir. So Mr. Christensen chambers up for that 1. I'm going to throw my marker. 31. The goal with his side kick chamber, this is going to tickle, sir. Now, he's my brother. I'm allowed to do this. You have to ask permission from your parents. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The goal is for his opponent to be able to see the smiley face on his foot. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll give him a little help. He's going to turn and face you because his target's now you guys. You guys can see that smiley face on his heel, yes?
Yes.
When I say 2, he extends it out, he locks it out, and he has, you guys can still see the smiley, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
3, he brings it back. You can still see the smiley. 4, he sets it down, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, give Mr. Christensen one clap. Give him 2 claps. Say thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Christensen. All right, everybody stand up for me, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, as much as I would love to draw smiley faces on all of your wonderful feet, you. We're not going to draw smiley faces on your guys' feet. Yes, ma'am?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. You can do it with your parents' permission at home when you're practicing. Keyword with parents' permission. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
I recommend Crayola, not Sharpie. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, guys. Start towards the mirror. Say, ready? 1. Looking at your heel as if there's a smiley face. Ready? And 2, 3, and 4. Sit your feet, yes, ma'am? All right, I love those loud ahs. I want to hear them even louder on this side. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, ma'am? And coach your attention.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is your 4 count side kick. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Like I said, we're going to continue building on that all month. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Daniela, it's great to see you, ma'am. Everybody take a knee. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Another thing we are going to work on this week, everybody say back fist.
Back fist.
So we're going to be working on our back fist. What your back fist looks like is it's as if you're going to share some ice cream. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Slow motion, it looks like this. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Fast motion. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody say back fist.
Back fist.
Back fist because I'm hitting with the back of my fist. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
If Mr. Christensen were my opponent and I was hitting with the back fist, I'm hitting with the back of my fist. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, you guys will practice that on some thunder paper a little bit later. Yes, ma'am?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, everybody stand up for me, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, first, before we practice on thunder paper, we've got to practice in the mirrors. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So tap your right leg, set it behind you, set towards the mirrors of the lad. All right, everybody say elbow up,
Elbow up.
out,
Out.
back,
Back.
down.
Down.
Or one more time, say up,
Up.
out,
Out.
back,
Back.
and down.
Down.
There we go. Now, when you guys do it, remember I said something about sharing ice cream, right?
Yes, ma'am.
There we go. Mr. Kramer, let me see your hands nice and tall for me, sir. There you go. Nice by your face, sir. Thank you very much. Almost. All right, so your hands are by your face. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
When you're sharing your ice cream, you got to make sure you share it and it stays up because your ice cream's in a cone. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
What happens if you do this with an ice cream cone?
It drops.
It becomes ground ice cream, and ground ice cream is no good. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. So you want your cone ice cream, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you're going to what? Out. Double check your ice cream. Make sure it's staying up. Make sure you're only sharing it with the person in front of you and not everybody. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. If you share it with everybody, it'll be all gone. Bring it back and set it down. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, elbow up, out. Back down. Ready? Up, out. Back down. Now, when I say out, I want to hear a loud "aya." Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Ready? Up. I said up, out, back, and down.
Yes, ma'am.
Up, out, back,
Yes, ma'am.
down.
Yes, ma'am.
Up, out, back, down.
Yes, ma'am.
Ready? Up, out, back, down.
Yes, ma'am.
Up, out, back, down.
ma'am.
Ready? Up, out, back, down.
Yes,
There we
ma'am.
go, Riley. And touch your feet. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you guys put your hands up by your face. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, eyes on your target. We got to practice it on the other side. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Up, out, hands up. Back,
Yes, ma'am.
down.
Yes, ma'am.
Up, out, back, down.
Yes, ma'am.
Up, out, back, down.
Yes,
attention?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody should be raising their hand for me, raising your hand. Now, your hand being raised means you do not have a partner. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so keep that hand nice and raised. Any black belt will come around. Make sure you have a partner. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Kyber, Kinley, boom, put your hands down. Isaiah and Payson, put your hands down. Nate, put your hands down. You're no one partner. Right now. All right. There we go, Mr. Christensen. All right, Mr. Christensen, I need x-ray sheets, sir. Yes, ma'am. Thanks, sir. Everybody take a knee for me, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I have Miss Izzy up here.
Yes, ma'am.
We're gonna practice her back fist with a thunder paper, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
I know, I call it thunder paper today. It's an x-ray sheet or it's thunder paper, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Thunder paper, yes? It's been ripped. All right, I'll get a new one in a minute. So he's gonna set first sheet. I looked at my brother. Miss Izzy's gonna set towards me with a loud ah! She's gonna press that back fist only when I say go. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. Now, what side of their fist are you gonna hit with?
The back.
Miss Izzy knows the answer. Thank you, Miss Izzy. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
everybody, what side of your fist are you gonna hit with? Back! Yeah, back. So she's gonna hit with that strong back fist. Ready, go! Ah! There you ready, go! Ah! Ready, go! Ah! Touch your feet!
Yes, ma'am.
Ready, go!
Ah!
Go! Ah! Go! Ah! Touch your feet!
Yes, ma'am.
There goes to make sure your partner's loud and fast. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you only have a short amount of time to let your partner practice their punch. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Everybody give Miss Izzy one clap. Give her two claps. Say you rock. Thank you, Miss Izzy. It looks like you're. Go ahead and take this back. You're welcome. All right. Everybody stand up for me. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Face your partner. Hands up, feet together.
Yes, ma'am.
10 jumping jacks faster than your partner, louder than your partner. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Get ready, get set, and go. And push your position, yes, ma'am? Oh, stand up, yes, ma'am? Push your position, yes, ma'am? Stand up, yes, ma'am? All right, guys, the partner who was louder during your jumping jacks gets to hold the x-ray sheet first. Yes, ma'am? Oh, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go and pick up that x-ray sheet. Set towards your partner with the loud. All right, now you can use paper at home or you guys can use a pillow. Go. And time. Switch your feet, yes, ma'am? Oh, I hope you already switched your feet. Go ahead and hand over your extra sheet over to your partner. Yes, ma'am? Oh, even louder. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Set towards your partner with a loud. All right. Nice and loud. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Challenge your partner to be loud and fast. Ready, go. And time! Everybody face your partner, come to attention. Wow, courtesy. Go ahead and set that x-ray sheet down on the ground. Yes, ma'am? Oh, everybody, yes, ma'am? Oh, thank you, Mrs. Evie, for being super loud in the back, leading by example. Go ahead and face the mirrors for me. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
There we go. Tap your right leg, set it behind you, set towards the mirrors with a loud. Everybody say offensive. So we're going to work on our offensive back fist. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So every step, slide,
Slide.
back fist.
Yes.
And reset. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Ready, step slide.
Slide.
Punch. Reset.
Yes,
Put it
ma'am.
all together. Ready, and go. And reset.
Yes, ma'am.
There, now, I want you guys to take a moment when you do your step slide After you punch, take a moment before you reset. Mr. Avery, I would love to see you doing this towards the camera for me, sir. Ready and go. Ready and go.
That's right, Cooper. Yep,
And
we
go.
got it, Avery.
And such a beat, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
There
Ready
you go.
and go.
Oh, Jace, Michaela. All right.
Ready and go. Ready and go. And come to
Good
attention.
job. Good job.
All right. This time you guys are going to do this with your partner, yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And your goal is to touch the thunder paper without thunder.
Focus.
Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Which means your goal is to touch the thunder paper and not make any noise. Yes, ma'am?
Oh,
Yes,
Cooper,
ma'am.
put your
Mr.
hand
Cannon,
down.
are
Put
you
your hand down.
volunteering, sir?
No touching the glasses.
You're
Put your
volunteering?
hand down.
Fantastic. Mr. Cannon, coming up here. Now for your
Oh, Jace, Michaela, not drinking time.
all right.
Not
So
drinking
Mr. Cannon,
time,
he's
focus
going to
time.
step towards me with that loud. Now, we just worked on our
Jace,
offensive.
Michaela,
Yes,
put the
ma'am.
drinks down.
Yes,
Get back
ma'am.
into
So
class.
not only is he going to do the punch, we got to make sure he has space so he can step, slide, and punch. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Now again, your
Good
partner's
focus,
goal is to be
Cooper.
loud, but to touch the paper without noise. Yes, ma'am?
Avery, good
All right, so
focus.
he's going to do that strong. Ready
Who's
and
that? Is
go.
that Daniela?
Ooh, there you go. Ready and go. There you go. I want to see you if you can do super fast. Ready and go. Whoa, see that, guys? Everybody give him one clap. Give him two claps. Say you rock. Thank you for your loud ayahs, Mr. Cannon. All right. So you're moving super fast, touching the paper without noise. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, guys. Go and stand up. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, stand up. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Face your partner.
Yes, ma'am.
Attention. Bound courtesy. The partner who had the x-ray sheet first, go ahead and pick it up. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, man, I heard my adults and Miss Izzy in the back, so let me hear everybody. Yes, ma'am? And set towards your partner with the loud. Now I want to hear your voice and no x-ray paper. Ready? Go. Ready, go. And time! Come to attention. Mr. Matthew and Mr. Nate coming up here. Run. Oh, Mr. Nate, I need your x-ray sheet. There you go. I didn't tell him to bring the x-ray sheet. So I want you guys to do it just how I saw Mr. Matthew and Mr. Nate working. Yes, ma'am?
Yes,
All right, so step towards each other with the loud. Mr. Nate, Mr. Matthew showed just like you guys were doing a second ago. There you go. So see how he's moving in? He's practicing. He's challenging him to be fast. And I know he was louder a moment ago. Be really loud. Yes, ma'am? Voice. There we go.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, there's that loud yes, sir. So he's challenging him
There
to
we
move
go.
fast, and he has that control, and he's making little to no noise with the thunder paper. Yes, ma'am?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, everybody give Mr. Matthew and Nate one clap. Give him two claps. Say yes.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Go ahead and head back for me. Go ahead and hand your x-ray sheet over to your partner. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, step towards your partner with the loud. Now, just like Nate and Matthew, challenge your partner to move fast without making noise other than your voice. Go! And time! Face your partner. Come to attention. job, Chrissy. High five your partner. Say good job, partner. Now, Mr. Christensen, raise your hand for me, sir. All right. If you have your X-ray sheet, I need you to run and hand it to Mr. Christensen. Yes, ma'am?
Yes,
Oh, but before you move, if you don't have an X-ray sheet, I need you guys to line up on the back line and take a knee. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
People with your X-ray sheets, you'll join them after you turn those X-ray sheets in. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, make sure you guys bow courtesy before you move. Eyes on me. Go.
What you doing?
Yes, ma'am. Miss Riley, what did we talk about, ma'am? Thank you. Mr. Kybert, back line. All right. Oh, man, I do have. If you're behind the pole, I can't see you. You definitely want to move away from the pole. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. So let's see. Marilyn, Kayleen, Kenzie, stand up. Yes, ma'am? Run to that side, over on the other side of the mountain. Thank you for your back raising. There we go. There we go. Now I can see you guys, and I can see our friends online. All right, there we go. So you guys are taking your knee nice and tall. Everybody say mind,
Mind,
over,
over,
emotion.
motion.
This week we're talking about what you guys can do with your mind when you get angry or upset. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So is it okay to be sad?
Yes, ma'am.
How about angry?
Yes, ma'am.
It depends. It depends on how you use your emotions. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. So it depends on if you control it or it controls you. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you're sad, should you control your sadness?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you want to have control over your sadness. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. How about if you're scared? Is it okay to be scared?
Yes, ma'am.
It depends on if you have control of your fear or if your fear controls you. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. Fear, angry, sadness. I mean, they're strong emotions, right?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. We want to have control over them. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So I could walk into my room one day, and man, I walk in. Oh my gosh, my room is such a mess. Oh man, is that me controlling my anger?
No, ma'am.
Or is that my anger controlling me?
I can control you.
Oh, is that a good thing?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. So I can control my anger. I can walk into my room and be like, oh man, my room is such a mess. I better clean it up. Then I can clean it up. Yes, ma'am?
Yes,
There
ma'am.
you go. I control my feelings. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody stand up for me. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I want you guys to think about those strong emotions of the monster. Do you control the monster or does the monster control you?
You control the monster, ma'am.
Yes, everybody say, I control the monster.
I control the monster.
I want you guys to work all week. I challenge you guys to control the monster, whether you guys are afraid of something or angry at something. How can you guys control that fear? How can you guys control that anger to benefit you? Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
It's okay to be afraid. Just don't let your fear control you. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
It's okay to be angry. You just don't let your anger control you. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, guys, come to attention.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, listen closely. If you guys are online, you'll want somebody with a pillow for you guys. Jason, Michaela, where are you guys going? You guys need to be in the classroom, please. Thank you. Listen closely if you guys are in the classroom here. Over here is number 1. So remember the numbers of the wave masters. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you will go to that wave master in a moment. This one's number 2. This one's number 3. This one's number
4.
This one's number
5.
And this one's number
6.
All right, as soon as I give you guys your number, you need to run to your wave master. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Run to 3. 4, 5. Over here. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. guys are with those wave masters. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so first of all, we're going to practice our side kicks. Yes, ma'am?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, so you guys are going to come up. You're going to stop. Everybody say stop.
Stop.
So when you come up to your wave master, you're going to stop. And I'm just going to move this one for a moment so our friends can see online how we're going to do this in the classroom. And you guys can adjust accordingly at home with what tools you have. So you're going to come up to your wave master. You're going to stop. And then you're going to hit it with your heel. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you're going to run to the end of the line. Now, should you guys go to the end of the line and just sit here and wait your turn?
No, ma'am.
No, you guys want to cheer on your team. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Until it's your turn on your set. With a loud, there you go. And run to the end of the line. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Cheering on your team. Don't worry, we're going to build up to a new thing. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you guys. Ready?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's do those strong side kicks and go. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Sarah. And time. Go ahead, put your attention in, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Take a knee, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you guys are going to come up to your wave master. You're going to do what again?
Stop.
No, you're going to stop and set with a loud. And this time you're going to add the jump. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to jump in here with a side kick, then go to the end of the line. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now real fast. Be aware of these wave masters. If you don't hit the soft part, they bite back. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
So they don't like being hit down here. They bite back, so don't hit down here. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Good thing you guys are jumping, right?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, guys, stand up. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Step towards your wave master with a loud. And go. And time. Go ahead and take a knee. Yes, ma'am? That's 2 in a row. Miss Izzy just twice in a row knocked over the wave master. Now I told you guys your side kick was your most powerful kick, right?
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. Proof is shown. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, everybody stand up for me. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we've got one more. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, everybody say jump front kick.
Jump kick.
No, when you guys come up to the wave master and do this jump front kick, I'm going to move it again so our friends online can see. There we go. Everybody say ball of my foot. So you're going to come up and you're going to jump and you're going to hit it with the ball of your foot. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
If you hit it with your toes, the wave master bites back. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And your toes are not very happy. So you guys are going to hit with the ball of your foot. Yes, ma'am?
Yes,
There
ma'am.
we go. The ball of your foot is right here. So you got to pull your toes back. Yes, ma'am?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you're going to run up to your wave master. You're going to
Stop. Stop.
and then you're going to jump. Yeah. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Run to the end of the line. All right, guys. Step towards your wave master with a loud final jump kick of the day. Ready? Go. There you go, baby. return to your spot. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your spot's a little bit more backwards for you, Kyber. Right there for me, sir. Thank you, Kyber. Mr. Christensen, we'll do those after class, sir. Instead, can you make sure everybody gets one of these? Thank you very much, sir. All right. Miss Desiree, come on up here. Oh, wait a second. This folder's somebody else's. All right. Miss Desiree is turning in her book club card as well as her healthy eating. Give her one clap. Give her two claps. What do you say?
You rock.
Thank you, ma'am. Let me have Mr. Kaysen come on up here.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Kaysen is turning in his job list ×2 as well as 2 victory notes. Kaysen has been extremely helpful in helping us with his new baby sister. She was born on February 17th. Kaysen is caring and makes sure his baby sister is taken care of. Everybody, give him one clap. All right, but wait a second. There's another victory note. Congratulations! Another victory note. Everything. Mr. Kaysen is getting recognized for his positive attitude and good behavior at school all year. He has been receiving great accolades and positive feedback from his teachers. Everybody give him one clap. Give him 2 claps. Say you rock. You rock. Kaysen, turn around and face everybody. Look at him, point to him, and say, "Congratulations, big brother!"
Congratulations, brother.
There you go. Congratulations on your new baby sister, Mr. Kaysen. Thank you, sir. All right, let me have Mr. Caden come on up here. Ooh, thank you for that loud yes, sir. Now, Caden moving super fast up here. Caden is turning in his healthy eating. Give him one clap. Give him 2 claps. Say you rock.
You rock.
There's a lot of healthy foods in there. Thank you. Let me have Riley come on up here. Thank you for that loud yes, ma'am. Miss Riley is turning in her healthy eating. Give her 1 clap. Give her 2 claps. Say you rock.
You rock.
Thank you.
Kyber's coming up here. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Kyber's turning in his self-discipline. Give him 1 clap. 2 claps. You rock. You rock. Miss Mackenzie coming up here. Yes, ma'am. Miss Mackenzie is turning in her karate homework, her book club, her self-discipline, and a victory note that says, "Today, Mackenzie was the most well-behaved student in her class at school. Her teacher moved her to the highest level on the chart and gave her a special treat for her good behavior. We are very proud of how her attitude and behavior is improving at school, and she is showing really good focus and listening skills. Give her 1 clap, 2 claps. You're awesome.
You're awesome. Can I have Nate come up here? He's turning in a book club card and a student summary of mid-year. Give him 1 clap, 2 claps.
In addition,
He is earning his green belt. Everybody give him a round of applause.
all right, let me have Mr. Lucas come on up here. There you go. Mr. Lucas earning his blue belt. Let me have Miss Kinley come on up here.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Kinley earning her green belt.
And Matthew coming up here. Yes, ma'am. Matthew is earning his orange belts. Give him 1 clap. Round of applause.
All right, everybody hands behind your back.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, everybody say great stripe.
Great stripe.
But first, Miss Marilyn, come on up here. Yes, Miss Marilyn, come on up here. Miss Marilyn is turning in her student family questionnaire, letting us get to know a little bit about her and her favorite stores, or Hobby Lobby and Build-A-Bear. Hobby Lobby is one of my favorite stores too, Miss Marilyn. Give her 1 clap. Give her 2 claps. Say you rock.
You rock.
All right, now everybody say gray stripe.
Great stripe.
So some of you guys are new, so you guys don't know yet, but in order to promote to your next belt or to earn that next belt, part of it is earning your gray stripe. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
And you earn your gray stripe by completing your gray stripe worksheet, which we handed out to everybody in the class today. Yes, ma'am?
Yes,
If
ma'am.
you're online, you can go to the app. The title of this gray stripe is No Excuses, and you can print it straight from the app. Jason, Michaela, I would love to see you guys right there on the screen for me. So no excuses. Everybody say do.
Do.
Before.
Before.
March 10th.
March 10th.
So anytime between now and March 10th, you guys can turn this in to receive your gray stripe. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If you guys turn it in by Saturday, you guys earn a bonus red stripe with it. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So make sure you guys are completing it and filling out 5 different ways that you guys take responsibility for your own actions. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Hands behind your back.
Yes, ma'am.
Black belt creed.
As a dedicated student of the martial arts, I live my life by the principles of black belt. Modesty, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and non-perseverance.
Punch retention.
Yes, ma'am.
Bow courtesy. Loud and proud position.
Ma'am, my life karate is best, ma'am.
Awesome. Please take your gray stripe worksheets to your parents. Make sure they go home with you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Avery. Bye, Cooper. Bye, Miss Daniela. Do you have a question, Miss Daniela? Okay, go ahead and unmute yourself so you can ask a question.
I never played the math before.
Where's Mr. Christensen? Oh, there you go. Thank you, Kaden. Miss Daniela, what's your question? Are you showing me the ink spatter? Did the pen explode on you? I'm sorry, Miss Audie Easley. For some reason, I thought you were Daniela, Miss Audie.
Yeah, I want to take a picture.
You can come into the karate school to get one of the gray stripes, or you can go to the MH Karate app. You go under the Students tab, and you'll scroll down to the No Excuses Success Skill, and you can print it from a phone. It was also sent out in the Friday letter. I know, there's lots of different ways, Miss Audie. They'll definitely be in the karate school as well. You're welcome. Bye. Thank you, Miss Audie. Now, Jason, Michaela, when you guys are online for classes, I noticed you guys wander around a whole lot. But you gotta treat your online classes just like you would at the karate school, okay, guys? So please stay in the same area where the instructor can see you, so that we can help coach you guys a little bit more. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Every once in a while, once they're doing this,